Hi Pisces and welcome to Faylight Tarot. This video is for your wellness reading for the next 4 weeks, that time period being the entirety of December. So as per usual, I have cleansed and pre-shuffled my cards so that I can take my time over that and I don't have to waste any of yours. Now, as any tarot reader will tell you, there are a lot of you out there, so take what resonates and leave behind what doesn't. And if nothing resonates for you, then that's absolutely fine. Just means the reading's not for you. You can try again next time. But should you relate to this, then please do hit the like, share and subscribe buttons and you will be alerted to your next reading, which is your general reading. So apologies for the lateness of this video being uploaded. There's been a lot going on and I had to really prioritise where I was putting my time. So I'm sorry for that, but here we are now. Also, I've changed how I'm reading this end card here. Instead of how to better manage your duties and responsibilities, it's now what are your strengths, which I feel is a bit more constructive for this type of reading. So, the energy that you are putting out into the world right now is the Ace of Swords. So maybe that's an air of decisiveness, of taking action, being victorious, intellectual. Tell me about the Ace of Swords for Pisces, please. Ace of Swords for Pisces. What's going on there? Ace of Swords for Pisces. Ah. Oh, interesting. Okay. Right, got a few things coming through. Interesting. So we have the Seven of Cups in reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Knight of Cups, Page of Cups, and the Star card here. Okay. So I feel that what seems to be coming through here is you're very much in that energy of decisiveness, that whole, no, I'm going to get results and I'm going to get them the way that they need to be gotten, and you are not allowing yourself to be distracted by anything here. There's something singular that you're honing in on like a laser, I feel, and it's one that is going to bring you quite a considerable amount of fortune, either figuratively or literally. So it could be that maybe this is talking about a raise, or it could be a promotion. Maybe you're in the property market, or you're looking for grants. And I feel that the reason behind that is you've really put your heart on your sleeve about this. It's something that means a lot to you, and it's something that you are quite willing to lead the charge on, which is absolutely beautiful. But the thing is that because you have the Page of Cups here and you've also got the Star card, there seems to be some brevity there, which is quite nice. So you're not, as much as you're being decisive and you're really going for it, I feel that there's some element of you, like there's nothing military or militant going on with this. So I feel that you're kind of like taking things easy about it. And with the Page of Cups, it's almost like you're just rolling with it. What happens happens, and I feel that something has happened to you that's been quite a surprise about it, and that surprise, maybe even that changing your mindset of how you're approaching something, has brought you onto this healing path, and it's the right path for you, which is really, really interesting, Pisces. Because if memory serves, in previous readings that we've had with you, if they've aligned with you, of course, there's been a focus on obligation. So it seems to be that you've shed that. You've managed to get rid of that, which is amazing. Congratulations. So at the bottom of the deck, we have the Devil card, the Nine of Wands, Eight of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and we've also got the Fool here. Yeah, so I feel that maybe you you seem to have had quite a revelation on some unhealthy thoughts and practices, and you've realized that they came from a place of you having to keep yourself safe and secure. um Maybe some of these boundaries that you built up, that you've maybe recognized actually they don't help, they're not helping. Also, uh, just because I've got the devil here, and the way that the Nine of Wands actually looks right now, it's almost like he's imprisoned himself behind these wands. So maybe you actually had a realization that some unhealthy practices were keeping you in a cage. And yep, the Eight of Pentacles suggesting that you've put a lot of work into yourself, and how that's manifesting itself. And I feel that this energy of you being more lighthearted, more going with the flow, it's come from you actually stepping out of your boundaries and being interested in exploring other ways of doing things, other ways of feeling, thinking, even creativity, and it's bringing you into a new chapter, one that is full of leaps of faith. There's new positivity for you, there's new optimism for you. It's wonderful. So, what area is being neglected or forgotten? And that is the Six of Pentacles, which is an interesting card to have for this. But let's get some clarification first. Tell me about the Six of Pentacles for Pisces. Thank you. Oh. Mm. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords, we've got the Sun card, and we've got the, actually no, the Knight of Swords, we've got the Three of Wands in reverse, and we've got the Sun card there. Okay. What is being neglected or forgotten? I think what's being neglected or forgotten is actually how much charity you're giving. So perhaps you've actually had a little step back, and you've thought, I'm putting too much in here, and maybe that's why you've started to embrace this new happy-go-lucky kind of attitude, because you thought, no, I'm putting too much into here and I'm giving too much because of that. And I feel that the way that that has come forward for you was that real exploration of your truth in yourself. Maybe as well, what you've done is you've kind of armed yourself with new knowledge that I think has helped you. Because I think that you understanding that you leading the charge in that what's the word I'm looking for? That brash way, that what's the word I'm looking for? Hasty, perhaps. Moving too quickly without having all the information to hand. Maybe you realized that that was putting you on a path that you didn't want to go to, and it was leading you to the type of future that you really didn't want to have. And because of that, because you realized that you were putting too much of yourself in there, and you were maybe stressing yourself out with that kind of mentality, has brought you to this new energy, that this revitalizing of Pisces. Are you finally seeing the dawn now? You're starting to enjoy things more, and you're starting to have fun with things. That's lovely. Look at the bottom. Yeah, I feel that you really, really started to understand what was unhealthy. Maybe you felt that you were being manipulated, and you thought, okay, well, it's time to explore that feeling. What is that feeling all about? And because you came to this revelation about yourself, you started to understand about the balances of maintaining that stability, but also dealing with the reasons that you had for why. Why did I feel the need to volunteer this? Why did I feel the need to pour so much of myself into it? Do I really need to do that? Maybe you loosened the reins and you thought, okay, well, I got the same results by taking it easy as I would have if I had gone at it hammer and tong and thrown every single resource at it, which is quite interesting. Now, gosh, what are you doing? The area of your life that is too full is the Hanged Man, which is very, very intriguing. So let's have a little look and see what that's all about. Tell me about the Hanged Man, please. Tell me about the Hanged Man. What messages do you have for me? Okay. Okay, starting to see things. We have the Two of Wands, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles on the side, and we've also got the Six of Cups here. Okay, so I feel that what is too full is that sense of sacrifice. That whole leading the charge in that whole let's go boys kind of way is not the way forward for you. You realised that you had to choose another path. Choosing a path of one that is going to lead you to you actually enjoying the things that you value more. Because you giving so much of something, of yourself to something, is stopping you from enjoying your things the way that you want to. And I think that a big part of that for you is that understanding that you do have to slow down. There is that element with the Knight of Pentacles on his side. You do have to slow down. Now, this is a realization that you've had, but it's still a work in progress because the Knight isn't, he's not grounded in whether he's positive or reversed. It's still happening here. So maybe there is some aspects where you do get the whole, oh gosh, okay, well, I could really take the reins in this. And then you do it, and then maybe afterwards you're like, shit, I was supposed to slow down. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a work in progress. It's how it goes. And with the Six of Cups here, there is that talk about the past. So perhaps revisiting something in the past will help you with that to figure out what that is. And also maybe even just asking your inner child, well, what do you want to do? Because whatever it is that you're sacrificing, like asking your inner child, if I sacrifice this, then is this going to make you happy? Is this going to make me happy? And if the answer for the inner child is no, then you've got your answer. We have the Empress at the bottom, we have the Five of Cups, the Hierophant, and we've also got the Magician here. So there's no doubt about it, with the Empress, you do want the best for people. You know, like, you want to nurture them, you want to care for them. You see that there's potential for growth. And maybe you feel that you haven't actually done everything that you could. But the thing is that with the Five of Cups, is that you feeling that you've lost something, or that you've not. But these cups have tipped over. That means that I've lost. No, you haven't, because there's two cups behind you that are still full. So there has been something there, which is good and positive. And I feel that in order for you to get to grips with this sense of sacrifice, the Hierophant is asking you to, first of all, have faith in yourself, but also, what are the lessons that you have been learning so far? And what are the lessons that you need to learn in order to continue on? As in, to not focus on the things that you haven't done, but focus on the things that you have done. is that going to be enough? And I feel that once you do that, things will start to fall into place for you. Where you start to understand that whatever you bring into the universe is whatever comes out of it, which is what you're doing now. And that leads to its own manifestation. So how are you affected by this right now? Unsurprisingly, is the Five of Cups, and that is that whole focusing on what you haven't done or what you have lost, and not realizing what you've already achieved or what you still have. Tell me about the Five of Cups for Pisces, please. Interesting that the Devil card keeps on popping up for you, Pisces. Okay. Right, we have the Seven of Swords, we have the Eight of Pentacles, we have the Devil card, we have the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and we've also got the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay. Now, is there some element of you that if you were to relinquish something, that you don't feel that you don't trust somebody else to take it on, maybe? So you have to keep on working at it. I wonder if that's the case. Because as it stands, you have this whole King of Pentacles energy, and you know, you can provide things, you can get things done, you've got resources at your fingertips. And it seems to be that there is actually somebody on the horizon who could take it potentially, who could take the responsibility maybe from like over from you, but there just seems to be something that you don't quite you just don't quite trust them. So why is that? Like, do you feel that they're not qualified enough? Do you feel that they don't have the same experience, or is it just simply because they're not you? But I feel that this person has actually turned up and at the right time for you, because this is a blessing in disguise. There is something here for you that is actually going to work in your favor. Let's have a look at the bottom of the deck. We've got the Three of Swords, we've got the Tower card, we've got the Five of Cups, we've got the Death card here. Okay. Do you feel perhaps that you're so linked to this that the thought of you stepping away from it really, really hurts? Because there's so much uncertainty. Like your foundations are going to get shaken, like, oh Jesus, but if I step away from that, then what happens? Like, what am I? What becomes of that? What becomes of this thing, this area, whichever it is? It could be a job, it could be anything in particular. And is that why you don't trust? Because you're thinking to yourself, well, if I couldn't do that, then nobody else can do it. Is that the thought process, maybe? Because something to consider is that if you put something to end, then it gets born anew. So who's to say if yeah, okay, you didn't get that done, but look at the thing that you have achieved. And it's okay that you didn't get it done, because if you step back, there's a potential for somebody else to bring the new horizon, and they can get this done. But it's difficult to relinquish that. So whatever this is obviously very, very close to your heart. It's something that means a great deal to you. So what needs to be reduced or removed from your life is the Strength card. And maybe that is that thought process of nobody else can do it but me. Maybe you are holding on too tightly to the detriment of you. That's what I'm saying. Remember how, I don't know if you remember, that a current theming question that I ask within any readings is, at what cost? Tell me about the Strength card for Pisces. Card at the bottom of the deck, but we'll come to that in a second. Interesting. Okay, so we have the Five of Swords in reverse, we have the Four of Wands, and we've also got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse card. Reverse card? Reverse. Yeah, what to reduce or remove from your life is maybe that sense of only you can do it, because that's not the case. It is not all or nothing for you. You've laid the foundations. You're celebrated for laying those foundations. But you're not sharing. You're not sharing, you're taking it all on yourself. And the question is that at the bottom of the deck, you have the Ten of Cups. What is your idea of happiness and harmony? What does that look like for you? How does it manifest itself? Ask yourself the true questions about this need to be the leader, to get things done. Where does that come from? Because as much as there's a strong desire for you to take the reins on it because you don't trust somebody else to do it the right way, you also don't want it. So it kind of comes down to this whole Chariot moment of you. Okay, well, you have to navigate those opposing forces, because they are opposing forces. Like, you've got a dilemma now. This, I need to take control of it because I don't trust anybody else to do it, but I also don't want to do it because I'm fed up of doing it all. Where do you meet in the middle? How do you meet in the middle? You need to learn about that, and you need to figure that out. Where are you going to place your faith? And maybe that's it as well. Just have faith. Have faith that this thing that is important to you will work out. So, what to introduce into your life, bizarrely, is the Nine of Swords. And I would like to get some more clarification on that before I talk about that, because that's very, very interesting that that card should turn up in that position. Tell me about the Nine of Swords for Pisces, please. Nine of Swords for Pisces. Makes sense now. So what to improve in your life, being the Nine of Swords, you have the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and you also have the Queen of Cups here. The thoughts that keep you up at night, the anxiety that is driving you round the bend about this, it has to come to an end. It has to come to an end. Because you have been incredibly successful. You have been recognized for your success. And you have to address your feelings around that. So where does this anxiety come from? Because if you have been successful and if you have been recognized for what you're doing, then why is the anxiety there? What's in your heart about that? What's troubling you, Pisces? Because you put so much work into it. And there is that time of harvest is approaching, and maybe that's what it is. You just don't want to let it go. Maybe there's something legal that's standing in the way right now that you want to see through. But I feel if you just take accountability for that, it's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's all right. Because there's still a little fight left in you. Even though you don't want to do it, there's still a little fight left in you. But once you do that, I feel that it's important for you to consider taking a rest. Take a rest, get better, heal from this. Because there is some degree of you that does actually wish to stop it, but you can't though. And again, that's that crisis. You've got opposing thoughts there. You need to face your fears about it. So let's have a look at the Shadow card. Now this card is meant for you to look at that part of yourself that you don't particularly like and bring it out into the open. And if you can accept that, then that is fabulous. You can either accept it and work with it, or you can accept it and try to change it. Either choice is totally fine. There's nothing wrong with either choice. So for you, that is the Six of Swords. Now that could be trauma from the past. It could also be maybe, do you feel that you have to save people in the nick of time? Who knows? Tell me about the Six of Swords for Pisces. Very interesting. Okay, we have the Justice card. We have the Four of Cups. We have the Eight of Pentacles on the side, Death card, and we've also got the High Priestess in reverse. Okay, so yeah, I wonder if this comes from a strong sense of justice. A strong sense of you wanting to do the right thing. Perhaps as well, the entirety being is justice is asking you to look at this shadow card objectively. But with the Four of Cups here, it's almost like you know this about you. You know that there's trauma in your past. You know that you want to save people, so to speak, but you don't want to. You're not ready to walk away from it just yet. Because in order for you to look at this trauma, you're worried that once you do that, you're leaving something behind. What are you scared about leaving behind? It's almost like once you accept this trauma and work with it or change it, are you frightened that there's no going back for you? Are you frightened that you might be cast aside or abandoned, or are you worried that maybe it's going to stay with you regardless? Because, and the reason why I'm saying that is because the Eight of Cups is on its side, so it's not decided. But this is anxiety personified, the Eight of Cups. This is the, well, am I going to be abandoned or am I not? You know, because it's on its side and it's not committed, you don't know. But that's what trauma does. That's what trauma does to a person. Now you've got the Death card and you've got the High Priestess in reverse. I'm wondering if this is the memory of somebody in spirit. Because in order to put an end to this and to be reborn anew, it means that somebody in spirit is possibly closed off to you. Why do you feel that way? Because it doesn't work like that. Or maybe you feel that you can't, once you put an end to this trauma and you're reborn anew, are you scared that your intuition is going to be dulled? Because these keep me alive. These traumas keep me alive. Is that true though? Or is that the trauma talking? Let's have a look at the bottom. Yeah, the Five of Wands, the Four of Swords, the Ten of Cups, and we've got the Strength card here. So because you're aware of this and you have been aware of this for some time, there is this constant push and pull in you. This it's like you're at odds with yourself quite frequently. And I think that if you just took the time to really reflect and do some introspection, you'll realise that, look, there is actually a potential for me to heal here. And there is a potential for me to really slow things down and really, really work on myself. The potential there being that this absolute happiness and harmony is coming your way. And your definition of strength within you is going to change. It's going to level up. Like there's a really strong possibility for you being able to heal your sense of self, renewing your strength within yourself, how you view you. So what are your strengths? Your strengths is the Ten of Pentacles. Tell me about the Ten of Pentacles, please. Ten of Pentacles. Getting any more? One more? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups. We have the Four of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Fool card here. So your strengths is your recognition, really. I don't want to say celebrity, but people know who you are. They know they value you. You know, you are incredibly valued by other people because you bring value. You bring so much value to people. And I think that once you recognize that, how much value you have and how much value you give to people, it's going to bring you so many emotions that perhaps you haven't noticed before or you haven't felt before. And it's almost like, as well, if you look to the way that the cup is sitting in this palm and the dove on top, a compassionate offer being made to you, and it's one that brings you peace. And not only that, but this connection to spirit is still there. It is still there. You know, there's no closing of doors for you. But you recognizing how much value you bring to people, really think about that with the Four of Swords. Really, really think about that. And once you do, I feel that the idea of how you value yourself is going to change. Because you don't have to put so much value into other people. They already have it. They've already got it. You don't need to give them any more. They can manage it. If they need more value, they will get it. And I don't mean value as in money, I mean just like the things that they need. But for you, there's a new beginning for you that's coming. And maybe if you were to take this compassionate offer, then do so. At the bottom, we have the Tower, we have the Magician, we have the Lovers, and we've got the Chariot. And I understand that it's a colossal ask for you to look at the things that make you uncertain and make you doubt yourself. Because you're maybe doubting about the ability to change, the ability to, you know, take on the Magician's ability to, what's the word? My words today. His alchemy craft. There you go. That's the word I'm looking for. Maybe you're doubting being able to transmutate something negative about yourself into something positive. You don't know. Maybe it's identity as well. Who knows? But I feel that if you just really think about what matters the most to you, what is going to help you with your own self-esteem, what is going to help you with the relationships that you hold dear around you, you know, don't forget that you're not on your own. You have support with you. And the question about, well, these opposing thoughts that are giving you the crisis, because there was two in particular. Well, how do I navigate that? I don't even know if I can navigate that. You're asking too much. The way to do that is just to seek wisdom. Seek wisdom. Again, introspection, talking to yourself, as defensive as it makes you, that's the way to do it. Maybe even talk to somebody that you feel is wise about these things. That's going to be the way forward. But you have you're a, from what I can see here, Pisces, you're a wonderful person. Believe that, because other people see it. Right, Pisces, that's me. So if this was the reading for you, then I hope that I've given you a lot to think about and a lot of questions to ask yourselves. And as I said, if this resonates with you, then please do hit the like and share buttons, maybe even subscribe to the channel to help me grow it. And your next reading will be a general reading, so keep an eye out for that, okay? But in the meantime, do take care of yourselves, okay? Bye.